Back, Arizona, Senator Kelly.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Chairman Reed, as well, and Ranking Member Wicker and Ranking Member Moran, for holding this very critical joint hearing on the military to civilian transition. As a Navy veteran myself, I know how critical and how crucial support of our nation's service members and their families is to ensuring their continued success after their service to our country. An Army survey of young adults aged 18 to 28 found that nearly 21% believe that joining the military, and this surprised me, joining the military puts their lives on hold. This perception could not be further from the truth. I'm a veteran who took my time in service in the U.S. Navy, started with training to be a pilot, and then I was a combat pilot. And then after that, I earned a master's degree in engineering, and then went to school to become a test pilot, did that job for a while, and later had the opportunity to serve at NASA as an astronaut. It wasn't putting my life on hold. We need to be sharing the message about the incredible honor it is to serve. And but also that it's a great job because of the challenges, because of the travel, benefits, the teamwork, the camaraderie, but also the focus on a mission and how great it is to have the opportunity to serve your country. And we need to do that work by providing support for our service members as they transition, as well as into their transition from military to civilian life. So thank you to all the witnesses for being here. And for your work to support the success of our nation's service members and veterans and their families. And I know that a successful transition often requires a lot of time, and it requires planning, and it requires conversations with family. Service members need support to think about professional development from an early point in their military careers, whether that development will occur in their service to our country or whether it will be later in civilian life. And by beginning these conversations early on, we are setting our service members and military families up for success. So I commend DoD for significantly increasing participation in DoD's Transition Assistance Program. And I know that DoD can do better and can do better early on. So Secretary Vazarian and Mr. Sawyer, how can each service further improve their career and professional development programming to support earlier integration in a service member's career?
Senator, thank you for your comments, and I agree with you wholeheartedly that military service is a powerful way for Americans to set themselves apart while in service and beyond their service. As far as starting earlier, a number of the programs that we have that are aligned with but not specifically associated with transition, for example, the tuition assistance program, helps service members develop either earn degrees or develop credentials, certifications that will help them in their military service or beyond their military service. The other things that we do are helping service members to translate the work that they do into what could be a civilian career when they decide to transition. And that's through our credentialing program. We help service members achieve credentials, and we also help them translate the work that they do through their MOS into career opportunities, understanding where they can apply those credentials.
And Mr. Sawyer, what else in the remaining few seconds I have? How can Congress help you with this and improving this process?
Well, thank you for that. The continued oversight that you're giving, and I believe holding DoD and the agencies accountable for implementing the recommendations that we have given them on this area. Awareness, ensuring that service members are becoming aware is another area that could be helpful. And for the department, we have issued recommendations asking them to develop performance goals with these programs and evaluate those programs to ensure that objectives are being achieved.
Well, thank you both, and I think it's so important that we continue to get the message out that serving in the U.S. military is not putting your life on hold. Thank you.
Senator Sullivan.